Hello guys, and welcome to another video. So today we'll be going through some tips and tricks and a general guide of Bannerlord 2. Alright, to start the video we'll explain how I got my custom banner. Firstly, you need to head to the website Bannerlord.party, and there you can customize your banner however you want it. As you can see, I went with a Crusader cross and a seal in the middle, but I kept my symbol for my vanilla banner because I'm kinda attached to it. But you can do whatever you want with this platform. It's super user friendly and you can make some amazing banners with it. After you have your banner, simply press copy code, then go into your game, press B to access your banner editor menu, and just press Ctrl V to paste the code. Now you got your epic custom banner. When you're riding a horse, you can double tap W to charge into a gallop, and double tap S to quickly come to a stop. Furthermore, when you're fighting on a horseback, if you have a lance, you can press X to couch a lance in order to insta-kill anyone. Speaking of pressing X, if you have a javelin type weapon, you can press X to use it as a melee weapon, tap X again to change back to throwing mode. To look at your character without him moving around, press title key. Title key is the key left of the number 1. You're welcome if you didn't know how the key was pronounced. In cities, you can walk instead of run by pressing caps lock. Also in cities, if you hold down Alt, it will show you points of interest like shops, alleys, and the main characters. If you press down Alt in battles, you can see the unit type and the troop count of the enemy army. Lastly, you can set formations by left clicking and dragging.
Forward! Footmen!
Lastly, one of the more useless tips is that you can drop your weapon by pressing G. As you already know, the direction you hit with your weapon depends on your camera movement. For example, looking down will do a pierce attack, but looking on the sides will perform a cut. The damage you deal depends on the type of the attack, the body part you hit, and the weapon stat. For example, if you're fighting in a tight formation, it's better to use the overhead swing, as you can't use the sides because you're your fellow soldiers, and the pierce attack does only a fraction of the damage of the weapon. By pressing E, you perform a kick attack. Personally, I think it's kinda useless. I mean, if you land it, you can knock someone down, but the animation is so long, you would probably just get interrupted. What's not useless is that by pressing E when blocking with a shield, you perform a shield bash. This is especially good to use after you've just blocked an attack, as it gives the enemy no time to respond. After the shield bash, you can usually get a free hit on them. Another thing to keep in mind is that everybody in this game is right-handed. That means the aim zone for the ranged weapons are way better on the left side than on the right side. For example, if you're playing as a horse archer, it's better to charge to the right side of the infantry rather than the left, because it will give you more shots on target as you circle around. Firstly, you should never upgrade your units a few at a time. It's better to wait and upgrade them all together because they gain experience per troop type, and having more means more damage, thus more experience for the unit. For example, if you have 20 Imperial recruits, it will take you less time to get them all to Imperial Legendaries if you wait until you can upgrade all 20 of them at the same time. The more types of food you're feeding your men, the more morale they will have, meaning if you feed them good enough, they will fight stronger for you. Mercenaries can be recruited from taverns. If you enter a tavern, you can look around and find some mercenaries that will fight for you for gold. They're a really good addition to your army, plus they have their own unique upgrade tree. You can recruit bandits and make them join you. Upgrading them is kinda hard because you got to have the disciplinarian skill from the leadership skill tree. I personally only use them as garrison for my castles, since they aren't that great in combat and also have low morals. If you create an army, you can keep it from disbanding by pressing the cohesion plus 10 sign at your army management page. It costs influence to do so, but if you gain enough influence per day, you can keep an army formed for pretty much forever. If someone from your army runs out of food, you would automatically share your food with them, earning you influence in return. This is especially good to do when you're just starting out the game. Before you join an army, stock up on some food, combine that with the influence you get for participating in the army, and you can increase your influence currency quickly, but beware you don't get the participation buff when you create an army, but only when you join one. You can enter the tavern to get to the middle of the city faster than walk into it. When you're fighting the bandits in the alley, you need your companion to help you, since it's nearly impossible to kill them all alone, but you only spawn with one of them following you. If you have more of them, just talk to one of them and tell him to gather the others. After that, you can kill the thugs and enter in a mini gang war.
Charge!
If you put a government that his culture matches the culture of the town, it will give you a culture benefit, giving you more loyalty in return. This is especially useful to do if you're using the rebellion mod. Your companions can be used as smithers, so it's better to find one with good smithing than leveling up your own. By doing that, you can access top smithing weapons quicker. Prices in market rise and fall as you buy or sell things, so don't spam sell stuff in the same town as the price can drop more than 50%. If you have visited some towns recently, you will gather information about the prices. After, you can compare them and sell your items at the most profitable one. Beware though, the more faded a price is, the more older it is. Therefore, there is a possibility that the price has changed, you're just not aware of it. If you want to stay up to date with the most profitable trades, simply ask a caravan master or a trader in the tavern, and they will give you some valuable information. People in tavern will also tell you which one is the most profitable workshop in the city if you consider buying one. Lastly, if you camp outside of a city, you can stop the caravan and buy its cargo for usually a really good price. After that, just head to the city and take the profit. I hope you found this video helpful anyway. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, it really helps out a lot, and consider subscribing. It's free and you can always unsubscribe if you change your mind later. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.